Good evening and welcome to Atn Politics today on Atlantic Television Network. Well, Atn Politics is the network's flagship program that discusses core political trends with relevant political stakeholders. Well, today on Atn Politics, we'll be discussing core issues from different political landscapes. We'll take a look at Anambra Guba poll. INEC announces dates for party primaries. And on Benue State, APC Group 6 Tinubu Ganduje's intervention in party crisis. We also take a look at Osun local government crisis. Adeleke APC because as royal fathers back government. And on alleged sexual harassment. Senate's decision, mere suspension, not expulsion, says Natasha. Remember, we are open for adverts, placements, news and events coverage, personality, society and political interviews, products, service promotion, and commercials. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. X, formerly Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. We'll go on a short break. When we return, ATN continue. We'll introduce the guests and delve right into the stories. Just stay with us.
The board, management and staff of Morrison Media Group presents the 2025 anniversary lecture of Atlantic Television Network and Wish 99.5 FM. Theme: Imperative of Private Media in Sustainable Development.
Keynote speaker, Professor Tony Iradia, erudite scholar and broadcast guru. Chairman, Professor Umar Pat, President, Society of Broadcasters, Nigeria, and Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Kashiri, Gombe State. Panelists, Chief Honorable Arthur C. Kalabo, Information and Communication Expert, Dr. Haka Tuwait, Lecturer, Public Relations, Media and Communication, Dr. Bekwele Lawrence D.K., Lecturer, Marketing Communication and Public Relations, Obaka Dakuba, Chairman, South Nigerian Union of Journalists, Susan Serakara Mbikana, Chairperson, Nawach River State, Chief Host, Dr. Chinyere Igwe, Esquire, FSM, FINC, FNIMN, MNIM, ARPA, MIPPA, Chairman, Morrison Group. Date, 10th of March 2025. Venue, Dimeji Banquet Hall, Gay Place Hotel, Kilometer 5 East West Road by Obirikwere Flyover, Rumosi, Port Harcourt. Time is 11 a.m.
Call Kehinde Paul Obofadi on 0802 301 5728. That is 0802 301 5728 or info@atlanticnetwork.tv or info@wishfm995ph.com. You can also call Laurentia Ogu on 0818 344 6746. That is 0818 344 6746 or lead content at atlanticnetwork.tv. This is signed by management.
Many thanks for staying with us. You're watching Atn Politics right here on Atlantic Television Network. Well, joining us live right here in the studio is Frank Ene Awaji Ogwononu. He's a public affairs analyst. Good evening and welcome to ATN Politics today.
Thank you so very much.
I just hope I got the surname correctly.
No problem.
All right. How are you doing, sir? I mean, it's been a while since
fine.
the last time we had your ATN Politics.
I was on a journey,
All right.
but I'm back.
All right. Well, then let's delve right into our stories for today. We begin with Anambra State. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has confirmed the timeline for the upcoming primaries for the 2025 Anambra State governorship election, scheduled to take place on Saturday, November 8, 2025. In a press release following its regular weekly meeting, INEC announced that party primaries for the nomination of candidates will begin in just 2 weeks, starting March 20, 2025. And it will be concluded by April 10, 2025. This announcement is part of INEC's ongoing preparations for the off-cycle governorship election in Anambra State. Now, the Commission had previously published the notice of election on November 13, 2024, in accordance with the Electoral Act 2022, which mandates that the notice be issued at least 360 days before the election date. According to the INEC release, 12 out of the 19 registered political parties in Nigeria have already submitted detailed schedules for the primaries. For this early submission, the Commission explained, would further allow for effective monitoring in line with Section 84 of the Electoral Act 2022. 7 parties, however, have yet to submit their primary schedules, and INEC has urged them to do so promptly. Olumekum further emphasized that early and transparent coordination between political parties and INEC will facilitate the smooth monitoring of the primaries, reducing logistical challenges during the election period. As the primaries approach, the Commission has reminded all political parties of their responsibility to comply with the timelines to ensure a smooth electoral process for the Anambra State governorship election. Mr. Frank, here is the INEC coming to announce the dates they've fixed for the Anambra gubernatorial election come November 8th, 2025. And they are saying that this is done in preparation to the election, and they say that they've given the notice for the primaries 365 days notice. They've given 365 days notice, I mean, as it were, for the primaries. I would like to get your take on this one.
Well, I would say it's a good one, and it's one year. It is good for the political parties to arrange themselves to make sure they comply with INEC decisions or directives. But one thing is very clear: the political parties sometimes fault INEC provisions in terms of conducting primaries that will be in line with the electoral act. And when that is not done, sometimes you see what we call pre-election matter going to court. And in the end, the person who won't do the election will not lose the seat. So I hope pray that in Anambra State, the political parties, about 8 of them, should put things together. They should internalize the democracy in their own political parties to be able to stand well in the public while vying for the election. But one thing is very clear: the politicians in Anambra State now, the onus is on them to go about who wins the primaries, because it is a contest within the party, and some people will win. Maybe in the party actually that is on ground in Anambra State is ABGA. If now APC may want to go in there, PDP may want to go in there, but the truth is that within the party there should be practice of democracy that will not give room to all manner of litigations, which in a way may scuttle the process, and in a way too that may disenfranchise some people not to vote for their candidates.
Okay.
So I don't feel that they should follow any directive. Election is on the 13th of November. It's also a long period, but now that the primary election date has been given by INEC, they should also work in line with the directive to be able to also submit the name of the candidate, because now we may have what we may call a aspirant. It is after the primaries that we now have the candidates flying their party flags. And for me, I feel that the parties involved should go in line with the Electoral Act, so that nobody will go to court to say, oh, because of this, election will not be held. Because of this, you cannot also contest the election. But one of the things that we're seeing in this country is that during this period now, a lot of games come on board to scuttle the process. And I pray that too, the party leaders, the chairman of the various political parties, the chairman of the various political parties should also call their party people together and advise them on the way forward. Because I see that election is a contest, not the war. And there is need for them to also guide their followers, so that the electorate also should come out and vote without any act of intimidation or violence. But we have come to know that in this part of the world, our election is prone to violence. Okay. And because of the lack of democratic principles being enforced. Okay. And if that is done, I feel that there will be peace during the primary elections in Anambra State that will lead to the election in November 13th. So I just pray all of them should come together and arrange the ground for a peaceful primary in Anambra State, irrespective of the party inclinations.
Okay, the INEC too has also said that some political parties have not submitted the names of their candidates for the primaries yet. So what would you also make of that?
That's what I'm saying. They should expedite action to meet up INEC deadline. Okay. Because INEC for now is the umpire. Date has been given for deadline, and so they should meet up, because the name of aspirants now, they are not yet candidates. The name of aspirants now should be forwarded to the INEC for screening, because it is INEC that will screen. If INEC does not screen you, you cannot even go to contest your party primaries. Party primary is the sole responsibility of the party, but though INEC will supervise. So I feel that the very political parties, whether by age contesting, trying to contest in the incoming election, should meet up INEC guideline by sending the names of their aspirants for screening. But by the time INEC will screen and say these people are qualified to contest the party primaries, the duty of the political parties will now become very easy for them to do. But in a situation where INEC has not done anything, then it will also, in a way, elongate the process and also delay the issue of party primaries, which will run contrary to the Electoral Act. Yes, Electoral Act. So I pray that the right thing should be done by the political parties and all the aspirants now who are trying to vie for the position, maybe irrespective, maybe as assembly, and the governorship, they should submit their names for INEC to screen. When that is done, the primaries will be a thing that should be done without any itch.
All right, let's move on to our next story. We'll take a look at Benue State now. Well, as the crisis rocking the Benue State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, APC, continued unabated, the Group Forum of APC Support Groups leaders has called on President Bola Tinubu and the national chairman of the party, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, to immediately intervene. The call was made by the Director General of the Forum, A.K. Peters, while addressing a press conference yesterday in Abuja. Peters recalled that the National Working Committee, NWC, of the party, acting on the powers of National Executive Committee, NEC, dissolved the Benue State Executives and constituted a Unity Caretaker Committee in February 2024 to bring an end to the crisis in the party. He explained that following the inauguration of the Caretaker Committee, the former state chairman, Austin Agada, went to court to challenge the decision of the national leadership of the party. The forum stressed that the dissolved EXCO went ahead and forwarded a list of candidates to the Benue State Independent Electoral Commission, BCEC, challenging the leadership of the party. It, however, alleged that the Chief Judge of Benue State, Justice Maurice Ikpambese, has clearly taken side with the dissolved executive to undermine Tinubu and Ganduje's leadership. The forum said it had on good authority that Ikpambese has relocated the Benue State's local government elections petition tribunal from Makurdi to Abuja after allegedly granting a waiver to the petitioners not to pay security deposit as required by the law, citing hardship in the land. It maintained that there was no section of the constitutional laws of Benue State that empowers the Chief Judge to grant waiver to the petitioners or move a local government tribunal from the state of jurisdiction to Abuja. Well, this is quite interesting. Let me get your take as regards to these APC groups who has called on the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as well as Ganduje to intervene in the APC party crisis in Benue State.
The issue is about some big wigs trying to tell the governor in charge of the party. It could be like a scenario in the party. And that's what he's trying to play out. Like you have said, the dissolved committee or the committee is loyal to the governor. No doubt. From what you, because the government of Benue State is the one that will conduct the local government elections.
Okay.
So why are they doing this? They are trying to disorganize the governor. About maybe a year ago, the governor cried out about what is trying to happen, what was about happening in Benue State. Okay. It's a Reverend Father. So, yeah. So it's not a full-fledged politician. For now, as a governor, he's a politician. He should be given room to run the party. He should be the leader of the party in Benue State. Because some Abuja politicians are now trying to see how to weaken the governor of having control of the party, which is the way is of very unfortunate in politics that we are playing in this dispensation. I do know that the leader of the party in the state is the governor. Okay. So why are we trying to see how to, in a way, make the governor to be the person playing the second fiddle? The governor should be given the chance to run the state. And again, mind you, it's about what you call structure in this part of the world. All right. They want to see how to dislodge the governor not to have the structure of the state. And that's what I'm saying, calling Tinubu and Ganduje to come in for what? They have recognized, like the chief judge has recognized what the state chapter has given to her for the election to continue. So I don't feel that there is need for politicians to understand that they are working for the people, not for themselves. And it's about interest, but especially where the governor is of APC. Why are we trying to destroy even the party that we think we love so much? Let's allow the party to stay and work with the governor. But it's just now that a group is calling for Tinubu, should come and do what?
Okay, so talking about the court case that was taken to Abuja instead of addressing it right there in Benue State, what would you also?
It's unfortunate also. There's a way to also tell the governor we are stronger than you. But it shows an influence of those politicians who are in APC, who see the governor as a weakling who cannot also manipulate the system to his own favor. It's unfortunate. For me, I feel that whatever you do to somebody will play out. And see, I was told that history is a representation of past events. So the folks who are winning maybe in court cases, doing whatever we are doing, the day somebody will always win against us, we should accept it. So what is playing out today in Benue State is about who is in charge of the party in Benue State. And they want to tell the governor, before you came in, before you, we have the structure. Because if the governor loses the structure of the party, then he will not also have a stronghold in the party to decide. Mind you, if the party charter, the chairman of the party in the state doesn't work with the governor, it tells you that there is a level of discrepancy and bitterness that will not allow the party to move in smooth, the party administration to move smoothly and also in tandem with the aspiration of the governor. So it's not a good thing. If you look at it critically, in this country, the ruling party always work with the governor in the state. But when such happens, it means there are some people who are outside serving in the federal government who want to tell the governor, we are here. When there's no kind of collaboration, they will tell you, we are stronger than you. We will stop every attempt you want to make to tell the world that you are the governor. And that's what's happening. So I don't pray that they should shift the sword of bitterness and acrimony that is playing out in APC in Benue State. What is the president going to do? They should listen to the governor. It's not everything we cry to the president. And that's why we are bringing cultural heritage into our politics, which in a way is damping the hope of democracy in Nigeria.
In a way, you're saying that them calling for Tinubu and Ganduje is inappropriate. Because
for me, I don't think it's undemocratic.
All right, so they are not supposed to call him. Well, looking at the fact that he is the #1 person in that party, again, don't you think he's supposed to intervene as regards to that?
Let me tell you something. I am a Nigerian.
Okay.
I will talk vocally.
All right.
Who are those people in that state now championing the cause of the party more than the governor? If they feel the governor has the footing. If ordinary, sorry, I'm a Rivers man. I've seen a situation where if you want to oppose the governor in the state, even in that party, you can't stand.
Well, this is happening
because they want the governor to lose control of the party.
Okay.
That's what is happening. So even as we're going to Tinubu, Tinubu should tell them, go to the governor. The governor is the APC. So why is APC trying to make sure that the governor does not have stronghold? Like we never said, the governor is PDP. PDP is moving in alliance with the governor. You hardly hear what. It's unfortunate that we play politics in this part of the world, because we have a ruling party in the state. There should be synergy between the party and the governor,
right,
and even the president, because the ideology of the party is what the governor should also abide by.
All right.
Even if he has his own vision, he will have to eat. But every party has ideology. Maybe in Nigeria we say we don't have ideology. But that's what we're saying.
All right.
So in Benue State, I feel that the political weaks in Benue State, especially in APC, who now have a stronghold with the federal government or with the ruling party, are now trying to see how to make the governor to be like somebody who will be begging for support. Well, but it's unfortunate.
All right,
politicians should do the right thing.
All right, that's quite in depth. All right. Well, let's take a look at Osun State now. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has told the state's traditional rulers that no court order reinstated the local government chairman removed earlier through court rulings. Governor Adeleke made this known during a special briefing with the Osun State Council of Traditional Rulers, chaired by the Oni of Ife, Oba Eniton Adeyeye Ogunwusi. The governor's briefing was part of his consultations with key stakeholders on the ongoing local government leadership dispute. Commissioners for Justice and Attorney General Jimmy Wole Bada and Information and Public Enlightenment Kolakpo Alimi presented 4 court judgments supporting the removal of the chairman. He explained that after defeating former Governor Adegboyega Oyetola in the July 2022 election, the previous administration hastily organized the local government election, which was later challenged by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Action People's Party (APP). The Federal High Court ruled the elections null and void, declaring the process flawed and ordering the removal of those elected through that process. He further clarified that an appeal against the APP judgment filed by the All Progressives Congress (APC) and the Allied People's Movement (APM) was dismissed after the appellants failed to pursue the case. On a separate case involving the PDP and APC, the Court of Appeal ruled the matter premature and struck it out without any consequential orders for reinstatement. In response, the Osun APC accused Governor Adeleke of misleading the traditional rulers. The party, in a statement by its Director of Media and Information, Kola Olabisi, said Governor Adeleke is feeding the royal father's lies to whip up unmerited sentiment. The APC insisted the Court of Appeal's ruling on February 10, 2025, reinstated the council chairman and councillors. Okay, so we've been having these issues, these local government issues in Osun State for quite a long time. I mean,
Well, what about River State?
yeah, I was actually coming to that. Okay, so February 2022, we had a peaceful election that got the PDP won several seats in Osun State.
All the seats.
Okay, in Osun State, as regards the local government election. So at that point, we felt, okay, this is going to cool down, the crisis and all of that is going to cool down. But then it appears it's getting heated the more. And yesterday, just yesterday, APC accused Governor Ademola Adeleke of disobeying court orders and all of that. And now we are seeing Adeleke now replying, though yesterday he didn't reply, but now he's saying he's now having a fallout with the royal fathers who is backing the governors and APC. Let me get your take on this one.
Well, election has been, the local government election has come and gone. I think it was on 25th February.
Yeah, 22nd.
Okay, it has been done. For me, I should plead that let politicians in Osun State allow grassroots government, the third tier of government, to at least survive. I don't know. That's why they have refused to allow the constitution to give full backing to the local government autonomy in Nigeria. Autonomy is like you have to bargain, like they want to tell us, plea bargaining. That's what happens to local government election in Nigeria or local government administration in Nigeria. You bargain. If not, you cannot be allowed. You won't be allowed to rule. For me, election has been done. Please, can we allow, because it is our tradition. The ruling party wants to control all the local government areas in the state. Very few in this country that election will be conducted and the opposition will maybe get 2 or 3. Very rare. Has not been corrected. So for me, now that the election has been conducted in Osun State and PDP has won all the seats.
Yes.
And I think after 2 days later or a day later, they were sworn in. I just beg them, because when you are destroying grassroots administration, you are in a way underpinning development. You are in a way telling the world that we don't want rural development. Because if our rural areas are not developed, it means also the issue of migration will be on the increase. Because there are some local government chairmen who may have vision to develop local communities with the state of the art amenities. But what I say today, politicians are bent to destroy democracy, telling you, I will take it all. I have the power. And mind you also what is happening now. The APC in Osun State, they want to be relevant. And considering also they have a minister who is also on the platform of APC leading the federal executive council. But I don't pray that we should not abuse power. Right. We should allow power to speak. Okay. We should also allow our laws to speak, because like you said, they have court judgment. No matter court, whether there is bias or no bias, a judgment has been given.
You were going to link it to the issue of River State.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A judgment has been given. Because judgment may not be about morality.
All right.
Judgment is about evidence. You can lie and bring evidence, and to the legal eye, it is right. But to the real thing, like I told people somewhere, facts is not truth. You can see me in this studio just talking, and maybe something may get missing, and say, "Oh, Frank was there. He was the one that took it." Well, when I am not, I wasn't the one that took it. But the fact is that Frank was here. But the truth is that Frank was not the one that took it. So politicians should allow peace to reign, court or no court. We need to have morality. We need to have people at heart. The grassroots governance in Nigeria is a problem.
Again,
until we get it right, we will not develop.
We have the real fathers such as Oni of Ife, backing Governor Adeleke.
No, but you just saw what the position is saying. That they are lying to, is deceiving is lying to the royal father.
Okay.
So for me also, like in Yoruba land, I've stayed there for some time. They respect their royal father.
Okay.
You know, like what is happening also in Edo State. The Oba Benin also is respected. So I just pray that the Oba of Ife, the owner of Ife, should intervene to make sure that peace, because you know before the election there was violence that led to killing of people. You knew it now. I mean, I should say.
Yes.
We don't want that to repeat itself again.
That was 2 weeks before.
That is it. So for me, Oni should intervene as a father of the people, you know, and talk to them. If a monarchy, I would say in Yoruba is the highest. So let it be that they help themselves and restore peace and allow peace to return to the local government councils across Osun land. Right. Because as it is now, the Imbreglo can support to something else. If the talks, if all of them will hire talks, or some boys who are looking for how to fight and how to show their strength, would not go to the street and begin to relay people, begin to insult people, even kill people. That should not allow to play out. And that's what I would tell. Please, we need peace in Osun State, and the real father that has listened to the Osun State Governor Adeleke should also try in his own way, using diplomacy, to curtail the excesses of the opposition. And the opposition too should also look at the people. And the government too should carry everybody along. I want to sue for peace. The governor of Osun State, irrespective of his political inclination and status, should also see the need to be a father of all. For peace,
that's quite interesting. All right, so let's take a look at the alleged sexual harassment. you are familiar with this issue, right?
This is trending.
So it's been in the mouth of every Nigerian for the past few days. A suspended senator representing Kogi Central in the Senate, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has once again reacted to her suspension for 180 days from the upper legislative chamber, reiterating that the action was an injustice that will not stand. She also said that it was a mere suspension from the Senate and not an expulsion. ATN reports that Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan was earlier on Thursday suspended by the Senate for a period of 6 months over violation of Senate's rules and other misconduct after a face-off with the Senate's President Godswill Akpabio over sitting arrangement in the Red Chamber penultimate week. The crisis took a new twist when the female senator, days after accused Akpabio of sexual harassment, abuse of office and deliberate frustration of her legislative rights because she refused to yield to his advances. Taken to her social media handles later this yesterday night, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan reaffirmed what she told her colleagues earlier in the day on her way out of the Red Chamber after a suspension was pronounced, when she posted that this injustice will not be sustained. She further hailed herself, saying, "Suspended, not expelled, pierced but not broken. The voice may be temporarily tamed, but cannot be silenced." So this is the last story for today.
Well, let me say that the statement of Natasha is so philosophical.
Okay.
Yeah, so no,
why do you say?
Yes, it's just suspension, not expulsion.
All right.
You know, if we are expelled, you are out of the Senate.
All right.
You know, Ali Ndume was also suspended for about 6 months. But what I want to say, in essence, the Senate should not be too hasty in suspending their members, no matter what is happening. They should be careful. They should do the right thing. I'm not saying, I know it's one of the ways to discipline erring members, but issue of suspension is like it has a kind of what am I call is suspicious.
Okay, so there's other question. Where is she supposed to be probed before even the suspension?
That's what I'm saying. Some of the things she also, like on the issue of the committees that was set up for her to come and defend herself, she didn't go. That was wrong. I must say it.
All right.
That for her not to, whether the committee will be biased or not, she has to go there too and talk to them.
All right.
For me, I will go. That doesn't mean that you are weak. When you air your view to the public, to the committee, but for you to snub the committee is not a good one. So I must say it as a human being. I believe in righteousness. I believe in justice.
Okay.
I believe in truth. That alone, for me, was wrong on her part. I mean for not to honor the committee invitation.
All right.
It was wrong. Somebody listened to me. But on the issue of suspension,
so you are also calling that unjust from the Senate.
So that's what I'm saying. The Senate should not be hasty to keep suspending people, but it's punishment.
Because so many people have been saying that this is actually something that has been planned for. It looks like something.
Hey, I don't want to preempt.
Because even you're not. We are not trying to preempt the court. We're just looking at different perspectives, different opinions from Nigerians, and most especially women. Right?
And the laws given to there's a book I read, Power Abusers.
Okay. Well,
our leaders of that abuse the powers that is their disposal, and which is very wrong. Pabio is also a senator.
All right.
The what gives him
the power to
is to come to whatever to do is the position of being the Senate president. If not, Natasha too, if she plays her politics well, can also become the Senate president. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm not in support of the suspension, because it's hasty.
Okay.
Is it that any little thing, like the case? I think I heard that Akpabio wives has also gone to court demanding for 300 billion naira. This person has also gone to court demanding 1-something billion naira. That they have the money. No, you see the money they are demanding, and thank God if some of them are maybe arrested and taken to court, bail will be bail of 200.
We are also looking at the fact that this suspension was even raised when she was trying to read the other 10.
That's what I'm saying. There's also been very careful.
All right.
Because that is what she was trying to let the world know, that this thing will lead to a suspension. So why is it that every small thing is a kind of victimizing people not to aid their views? See, they say you can have your speech, you can make a statement, but you can not have your way. So for me, I feel that Senator Pabio, the president, should have been the way, being the man in the storm. We have issue of someone who say, "Oh, it's the committee that pronounced the," but it was because of their allegation. It's an allegation, which today has not been proved.
Proven, yes.
So it was an allegation. It's the issue of going to deprive her of her right for the allegation, for me, is not a good omen to the way we do things in the Senate.
Well, again, we've seen videos surfacing social media of the First Lady while she was in the Senate.
Yes, I heard of it.
What she displayed in the Senate.
Yeah.
But then she wasn't suspended. And again, this isn't compared to what she did.
No, you see, the issue is this. There's power play.
Okay.
Sorry. In Nigeria, if you are connected, you can run through the crowd, bring people down, and nothing will happen to you. Sorry, that's what is happening. Before even you are taken to court, they try to know your identity. If a policeman comes to arrest you now, it will be fed with all manner of information about you. If you're a big man, so to say in Nigeria, that we call a big man, not the man being who you. Big man in the sense that he has wealth.
Your financial.
Policeman cannot just come and hit.
Right.
You can't come. What me there? But if it's told that is nobody, they will come as if you have killed people. They will come as if you are an armed robber to relay you just with ordinary a kind of maybe short exchange of words. Somebody went to the police station and said, Frank, the way Frank talked to me, I didn't like. Policeman will just look at the man who came to the police station and look at what he wore and maybe you begin to ask something about him. Oh, he's a multi-millionaire. With the way we run to Mr. Frank's house to embarrass him, the one would think that Frank has done something that the whole world has not done before.
Well,
so that is the pity. That is one pitiable aspect of our laws.
All right.
The laws are made for the poor. You heard what happened in Ekiti State. Someone who stole a chicken was sentenced to life imprisonment. That we asked the Adeleke to beg for his.
I'm sorry, I just have to interject.
Oh my God!
At this point in time, because we've seen there have been plans for protests in support.
It was done.
Natasha, it was done yesterday.
It was done.
But then this
yesterday too. The plan was made
to be in a higher. A higher version of the protest come next week Tuesday.
They are suspending him. They are suspending her. See what I want to say in essence. See, for me, I am not against anybody.
All right.
Akpabio is a human being.
Natasha is also
a human being. Natasha is not a perfect human being. Neither Akpabio is not. Nobody, even me, I'm not a perfect human being.
Of course.
But we should look things. We should look things critically.
All right.
Before we bring out this sledgehammer.
All right.
The suspension of 6 months for me is wicked.
You feel so?
No, I must say it.
All right.
Somebody can also, you know what they did to the moment they see that you don't have access to the corner of power. That's there. As you see, that's it. Everybody is like watching. There's a kind of a spy.
Okay.
Some people are like, what is he saying about Mr. President? What is he saying about Mr. President? There's something you will say there that will benefit Nigerians because it's against the ruling class. They will scuttle it.
All right.
They will make it. Some beings will not see the light of the day.
I think.
So they should allow fair hearing.
All right.
For me, Akpabio is the state president. It's not also because Akpabio is the president and should be lied against.
All right.
That I will not accept because they have lied against me once. Twice they have lied against me. And people will believe. Sorry. That's why I will not forget somebody in my life.
All right.
One of the Charles Mbaba. I will not forget him.
All right.
When you say, Frank, I know this what they're saying against you is not true.
Okay.
That's why I can stand tall to go to my village every time, anywhere.
All right. Thank you so much for that. I mean, that's a very good one from you. I mean, as always, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your in-depth analysis.
To God be the glory. Who am I?
No, we can't wait to have you next week, actually. To talk about this. Well, thank you so much, Frank.
God bless you.
Waji, for being on the show today. Well, this is where we wrap it up on this episode of Atn Politics. Remember, we are open for adverts, placements, news and events coverage, personality, society and political interviews, products, service promotion and commercials. You can connect with us on all our Atn socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X formerly Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. Peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you so much for watching. I am Victor Peter. Atn Gen Z comes up next to stay with us.
The board, management and staff of Morrison Media Group presents the 2025 anniversary lecture of Atlantic Television Network and Wish 99.5 FM. Theme: Imperative of Private Media in Sustainable Development.
Keynote speaker, Professor Tony Iradia, erudite scholar and broadcast guru. Chairman, Professor Umar Pat, President, Society of Broadcasters, Nigeria, and Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Kashiri, Gombe State. Panelists, Chief Honorable Arthur